Good morning. Today we're sitting with Nick Ward as we go through the Mike Arnold Podcast today. Nick, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for coming to the office. For those that don't know, Nick is a special education teacher at Fluvanna High School. And along with that, which takes up a lot of his time, he coaches basketball.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been coaching basketball now?
I've coached basketball for 21 years. Started at Lynchburg College as a student assistant. Then I went over to Rustburg High School where I coached men's basketball for 2 years. And I came back home to Fluvanna. Coached men's basketball at Fluvanna for several years on the JV level. And then I moved over to varsity girls and I've been there ever since.
Okay.
So quite a few years.
One of the things we're going to talk about, and we'll get back to here in a little bit, is the Medford League. I know that's one of your passions, and that we definitely want to talk about that. But I want to talk a little bit more about kind of your journey.
Okay.
So you said back here. Did you grow up in Fluvanna?
I grew up in Fluvanna. Graduated in 1999 at Fluvanna County High School. Went to Lynchburg College. Graduated from Lynchburg with my degree in special education. Then got my master's degree at University of Phoenix. And came on back home and have been teaching at Fluvanna County High School ever since. In Fluvanna County, most of the time at the high school. I did spend 3 years at Abrams Academy, which is in Fluvanna as well. But other than
Not
that,
familiar with that.
All been at the high school.
Okay, excellent. Are you married?
I am married, 2 kids, 9th grader and 6th grader.
Watch out.
Both of them are at Fluvanna. Yep.
Are they upset that you can keep tabs on them?
No. I think they like it. My daughter likes coming into my room, fixing her lunch. She gets a hot lunch every day, using my microwave. And my son likes it because he gets off the bus and comes into my room. And he likes being in the gym and stuff like that with us. So
Yeah. That's a different world. I would not want my parents. Would not have worked out well for any of us.
It doesn't work well for my daughter when she, comes home with a boy she might like, and I start pulling his grades and discipline and stuff like that. So, that part of it, she's like, "Oh, Dad." But other than that, it's all good.
Did you? So you coach and have been involved in basketball for the last 20 years. Did you play? Did you do sports growing up?
In high school, of course, in rec league, I did. I played baseball, basketball, and then in high school, I played baseball for a couple years, and then after that, I was the manager for the basketball team for Coach Ratteau, and that was it.
Okay.
Yep.
Very nice. So talk to me about how the Medford League, what is it, and your role within it.
So, oh man, I guess it feels like a few years ago, but I would be lying if I said a few because it's been many years now. Just makes me feel better. But Katrina Lee was our special education director. Gina Keller was our superintendent at the schools. And Jason Lee was the assistant principal at the high school. And I mention these people by name because they were truly what got this started with us. So Mr. Lee came to me one day, and we had been talking about, starting a basketball league with our students with special needs. And he and his wife, Katrina, had taught in Prince Edward County, from Prince Edward. And they were involved, Prince Edward was involved in a basketball league out there. So we were talking about that, and kind of all the pieces fell together, and Katrina said, yeah, go for it. Gina Keller was 100% behind it, supportive. She said, go for it. So we got in a little league with Prince Edward, Buckingham, Appomattox, Cumberland, Nelson. So we got in that little league there, and it was amazing. It was really good. And then I tell you, man, it just it exploded from there. We're now in a huge league within the Jefferson District. We've also added other sports. We have track and field. We have bocce ball. We have bowling. We have kickball. Wow. We took a group to Florida this year to compete in the Special Olympic National Championships in Florida. We actually are the national champions. We won that.
Wow.
It was on ESPN. It went from hey, let's try to get a couple games together to this huge Special Olympics thing. We're a national banner school at Fluvanna now for Special Olympics. So it's been really, really great. Like I said, those 3 people right there, really had my back in getting all of this started in Fluvanna, and then just piece by piece, we've added pieces to it all along. We've had sponsors. Mike Arnold, the insurance company here, sponsors our T-shirts every year for our students. And just different little sponsors throughout the county saying, hey, what can we do? Wahoo Barbecue has been great with us, just in the community. When we go out to eat, Danny's Bar and Grill, Domino's Pizza, it's just amazing, the people that really support us in the community here, in one way or another, whether it be food, gear, T-shirts, whatever it might be, that are just like, hey, let's keep raising the bar, and that's what's happened.
Well, I do appreciate that. I just want to make a quick note for full disclosure that Mike has a special needs child that you've worked with, and so there is a passion there to support for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Sure. Mike's son Tyler, he was with us. Tyler played basketball with us when he was there. Love sports. Baseball, of course, probably was his favorite, which I think that kind of runs in their family. But, he always enjoyed sports. And, Mike and the whole family was always there whenever he did something. Mike still comes out, many times, whether it be our sports or high school sports. And so, Tyler's always right there with him. That's his right-hand man.
Yes, for sure, for sure. What led you down the special education path?
I just like to see people succeed, and it doesn't have to be big success. I like to see small success that leads to big success, and I think what we just spoke about with Special Olympics and the Medford League is exactly that. In special education, you can work for days, but when a student gets just that little glimmer of hope and sees that they are capable of doing whatever it may be, and then it just continues to build. And getting out of high school and going into college, that's just what I like to see. I love to see success, and so I said, hey, I want to pursue special education so that I can see that success every day. And success in my classroom and success in other classrooms may be entirely different things. Mm-hmm. But it's always, there's never a day that students walk out and we haven't had some type of success. And I think that's always awesome because, I can tell you from my own two kids, their success in the classroom is not always success every day. They hit speed bumps or they hit plateaus. And while that may be true in my room, there's still other types of success that happens. And I think that's not true of the gen ed classrooms.
How much of what you're doing is quote unquote teaching, and how much is life that you have with these folks?
Well, it's both. It's a lot of both. We have to teach the basic skills, the basic needs, and basic life. But like you said, a lot of it is life and putting them in situations, helping them get through situations, to understand things, collaboration with their peers, with businesses, stuff like that. So it's a lot of life lessons that we do. And we kind of carry that over to basketball because we always talk about in basketball, teaching life lessons through basketball. Well, teaching life lessons in the classroom is the same thing, and we do a lot of that.
When you are working with the students, do you find, and this is not in my realm in any way, what is their disposition? Are they introverts? Are some of them extroverts? How do they present to the world?
A little bit of both. We have both. We have some students that are very shy, reserved, and we have to bring that out of them because if they're going to work in the world, they've got to be a little bit outgoing. So sometimes we have to bring it out. Sometimes we don't have to bring it out at all. Sometimes we have to reel it back in a little bit. But the one thing that I can tell you, and you probably already know this, with Tyler, one thing is for sure, you're always going to get 100% honest, whether you want it or not.
Yes,
it's coming.
Yes.
So you're always
usually on point.
Yes, so you're always going to know how they feel and what they're thinking, and I think that's very important because, if they don't like something, they're not going to do it just to do it. They're going to let you know they don't like it. So when I'm trying to help them find jobs in the community, or find, volunteer opportunities, it's not like, okay, well, I'm just going to please the teacher by doing this. Like, they're going to truly want to do it. So you're getting the best of the best when they come out there.
How many folks do you have in a classroom? And has it been pretty static, or is it growing, shrinking?
It's growing. So what I do is I teach the post-high program. So I have students that go out in the community. I help them find jobs, whether it be volunteer jobs or paid positions, and helping them hopefully be able to take these jobs into long-term jobs for them. A lot here in the community. Again, big on the community. We've got students at Best Western. We've got students at the Donut Kitchen at Pan Tops. We've got students at Natural Steps. We've got students at Wahoo Barbecue. We've had students at Danny's Bar and Grill. We've had them at Dunkin' Donuts. So a lot of community places where our students are part of the community, working hard, and continuing to get that life skills of, now they're getting the paycheck, setting up their bank accounts, how to save money, how to, if you got to pay bills, what that looks like. Our class continues to grow, but it also it grows in number, but it also grows in the community. Mm-hmm. We probably have more students right now than I've had in a long, long time, but I don't see them all the time unless I go to the sites, because a lot of them, they come in, they check in the day, they go out with their job coach, and they're gone for most of the day out working. So it's growing in numbers. It's growing in enthusiasm in the community. Probably have more job sites right now than we've ever had, which is awesome. And, continuing to get more and more. That's
great. So this has got to be taxing on you. So what do you do for fun? What's relaxation at the Ward household?
Relaxation, I like to play video games with my son. I don't get to do it very often, but that is fun. I like to do that. I'm a huge sports fan, so I will watch basketball, football, soccer. I'll sit there and watch that. I love cutting grass. I love to cut grass in the summers, springs.
You're hired.
Just go out, put your earbuds in, listen to music, ride around, cut the grass. I like that. I love going to Tennessee. We travel to Tennessee every year. I've got family down there, so love going down there and just hanging out.
Kind of Smokies or more towards Nashville?
No, we're in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, okay. Sevierville. That's where we're at. So I like going down there and spending time there. But yeah, that's kind of what we do for fun, relaxation.
Okay. So I've asked this a few times on a couple different podcasts, and I've gotten different answers. But you hit $440 million in Mega Millions.
Okay.
Are you coming back to work?
Absolutely.
All right. What are you spending it on? What are you going to indulge in?
Definitely got to give it back to the church. I'm a very religious guy. So we're going to definitely give our portion to the church, help the community out, take care of, my parents, myself, our household, kids, stuff like that. Get the colleges all taken care of.
Sure.
And then, just live life normally. There's always stuff that comes up with people that need help here and there, and then you'll have that money to set aside to, when they do, you can dish it out to them and stuff like that. But, I'm just a good old country boy from Fluvanna.
Well, you're a better man than I. I'd get a different identity in a heartbeat. You would not find me.
Well, I'm not I would be here. I'd probably retire a little bit earlier than normal, but... other than that, I'd be the same old guy.
What's your favorite music? What do you like listening to?
Probably, I don't listen to a lot. So here's the deal. I drive most of the places we go.
Okay.
But my daughter, son, or wife get to pick all the music.
All right, they DJ for you.
They're the DJ. So whether it's on their little phones that they play it or they found the station, Nick ain't getting to pick many stations. So kind of whatever they listen to is what I listen to.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you roll your eyes?
Oh,
Do you get into it?
No, yeah. No,
Both sides?
I'll say, hey, my biggest thing is the volume. These young kids, they want to blast. I'm not deaf yet. I will be soon if they keep it up, but I'm not deaf yet. that's my biggest thing. Like, I don't care what they listen to. That doesn't bother me, but just the volume of the music.
As we wrap up here a little bit, what do you want people to know? Again, we're going to come back to the Medford League. How can there volunteer opportunities? What can they do to help you grow and continue to grow this opportunity?
So as far as like the Special Olympics Medford League, just being involved with this, coming, asking to volunteer, help out, whether it be through like food purchases, T-shirt purchases, helping get the word out. Like, we've got a home game March the 1st at 6:30. We're going to play Orange. It's a night game. So, there's nothing better to walk in, and we don't charge. It's just donation only. For the kids to walk in and see the stands packed. If you can make others feel good, then you've done a whole lot of work, is my belief. And, that's the biggest thing, just supportive of our students, understanding that there's different abilities amongst all people, whether me, you,
Mm-hmm.
the student, A, student B, student C, all obviously got different abilities. And just being supportive and, receptive to everybody.
If someone wanted to help, how would they reach out to you?
They can give me a call at the high school, 434-589-3666, extension 3030. Or email me, nward, W-A-R-D, at apps.fluco.org.
It's a mouthful.
That is. That's a whole lot.
Yeah, Nick, I appreciate you coming in. I've learned quite a bit, and as we go, maybe we'll get you back here in a year or so and see how things have grown.
Absolutely, and I appreciate all you guys' support for what you do, and not only for my program but the community, the other sports, athletics at the high school, and other activities at the high school. And we're little old Fluvanna, but we do a whole lot because we have great community and great people, and that's how we continue to roll.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Nick.
Absolutely. Thank you.